All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, shalom, brothers and sisters in this truth. I'm your brother, Mr. LJ, coming to you again with another presentation. And today, I was surfing the internet as I always do daily, looking at what's going on here in Great Babylon and also around the world. And a couple things, articles actually came up. One of those in front of you right now on the screen, and I have several others. But I was also, the, the spirit is coming onto me today. As I was walking around in circles today. As part of my exercise. I didn't lift weights today, but I decided I'll just walk. And so one of the things that actually the scripture that came to my head was, and I'm going to bring it up here on the screen here, and that was from the book of Galatians, and it's 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that he should also reap. And I was looking in the headlines, and you can see so much things going on here that this scripture is very true. In fact, this scripture is so true that this other precept here, Revelations 18 and 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. And this was the judgment that would these were judgment that came upon us from the Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, because we went off, and so we had to go through a lot of the tribulation trouble that Deuteronomy 28 talks about. Now we're bringing those up so that you can see how that actually works against these wicked Edomites and all the rest of these other tribes of the world, and the type of trouble that they're going to be going through. Now, one of the things that caught my attention was this here: more fentanyl seized by CBP so far in 2021 than in all of 2020. And what this is this is basically synthetic opioid. And if you know and been around enough Edomites, you will know that they love opioid. Okay, they go to Walgreens and CVS. The legal drug dealers. All these pharmacy stores, and hey, they got a problem. They can't sleep, they can't eat, or they just the cat doesn't want to rub up against their legs today. They go and they get that problem solved by getting these drugs. And so these drugs are now coming across the border, and people are getting these drugs right now. And these drugs are very potent. So according to it, it says fentanyl is incredibly potent opioid that is 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine. Okay, so this is an incredibly dangerous drug, and it's now in suburbia America. Now, if you recall, if you're old enough, in the 1990s, we went through the crack epidemic and all of those different things, right? Crack epidemic. We also went through, the drugs and all those things, and that created a lot of what? Crime inside our neighborhood, right? So this is what you're going to see starting to happen right now, because what's going on here too is states are opting out of federal unemployment programs early, and these are 21 states so far. Now, I don't want to make this a long presentation. So when you look at these states, all these states from Alabama all the way to Wyoming, the majority of the people, okay, 80%, are, guess what? Edomites, okay, are living in these states. These are so-called red states. Remember, these are the ones that supported the racist Trump, who said he would make America great again, and yet still their prince that they trust in so much is going to take away that extra money. Okay, so now imagine that these people now already making chump change to begin with. Now all of a sudden, are going to be forced to go back to work because Biden says basically you have to take a suitable job. So if your job was, hey, wiping grease in the kitchen, at McDonald's, then you have to take that McDonald's is offering that job, and they have to prove that they're out there looking for a job. Okay, and so this is going to cause a lot of people to go and get onto these drugs and these opioid, which we know is going into to these communities. Okay, so these are the curses now. It's now on them. So now let's take a look at some of the curses that came on us and how this would actually contrast with some of these articles that I'm going to bring out to you today. All right. So it says, I'm going to start from Deuteronomy 15. I'm going to read from there. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Slakia. 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, meaning that you can't do anything about it. Okay. 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. And you'll see right now, what's going on inside, what's going on right now. There's curses in the cities for some of these other nations that are here in Great Babylon. Okay, for example, you get Biden has to now sign a law to combat hate crimes against Asian Americans. Okay, you've got just the other day an Asian woman punched multiple times, phone stolen, and attack in San Francisco train. You see things like this happening. Okay, you've got pro-Palestinian mob attacking so-called Jewish people here in LA. I'm not going to show the video because I'd actually done a video the day before on this entitled, the Death Pursueth the Wicked Man, and it had this and along with several others, and YouTube blocked it which is what they usually do with a lot of the videos that when it hit that sensitive chord in them, they block the videos, and I've had a lot of my videos blocked, but that's okay. The work still goes on. Let me continue here. And okay, so what else it says? 17. Cursed shall thou be the basket in thy store. Usually these stores are starting to empty out. Okay, and this is all over the place. Okay, a lot of Edomites lost their business. A lot of these Middle Eastern who are over here, they lost their business over the past year. Okay, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land and the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. And we see now farmers have to destroy a lot of their land. Okay, we also have one of the biggest droughts that's going on here in California. Okay, and all over the place. Okay, this drought that's going on. See, this is impacting cattle. It's impacting vegetables, fruits, all of that right now. Tobacco, and you name it. Okay, parch. Look at this. This is all over the place. And this drought is not only here in California. This is in Texas, Florida, all over the place. But right now, nobody's really concerned because right now they can still go in the grocery store and buy some food, but they don't understand that they're actually eating last year's crop because during that pandemic, there was no workers. Okay, what it says: cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Again, I show you those pictures of those Moabites who are being attacked. Okay, just when they step aside the house. So now they're having this fear. These Palestine attack these Jewish people who are eating sushi. Okay, here is family here crying about this dementia Edomite right here who got beat down by the cops, broke her arms and everything. They beat her down, and guess what? These cops got away. So they're not used to it. Okay, because when things happen to us like this here, as you can see here, this is this is men and women from the tribe of Israel. Okay, northern and southern kingdom being hung from trees. Gadites, okay, Judah, okay, Issachar, you name them, all hanging from trees. Nobody give a crap. Nobody gives a crap when we're beaten down. Nobody gives a crap when we don't have a job. Nobody gives a crap when we don't have any type of future or any hope whatsoever, cases like that. So this society has also been dumbed. Not only this society has also been dumbed down and also been put in such a way that they have no compassion. Because why? The lowest of the low, which was us, the base here right now, the ones that's being trampled on like that. So nobody has any type. Nobody cares what happens to a so-called black man. Okay, nobody gives a crap. But now it's happening to them, and here's what you see how they respond.
You need to be arrested. Our considered decision in this case today are that criminal charges should and have been filed against 2 former Loveland police officers. Austin Lally, having witnessed that excessive force, failed to live up to her duties.
So that said that they had filed
charges that they could have put against these officers.
But then they took the charges away.
And they just put a few.
Now here's the Edomite. Here's a family that's Edomite crying. Okay, they're seeing and experiencing the reality of pain
Instead of
and oppression from their own
embracing
time.
us
Here it is.
because we are her loved ones, she pushes us away instead of reaching over and just touching us to let us know.
So as you can see here, and I'm not gonna, I'm not shedding any tears because why? When we're put down to when we put to death and be beaten down. I mean, their mom still lives. She just got a broken arm. She didn't get hanged from trees, and she didn't get rolled over by cars and shot dead in the street like that. But then they're starting to wake up and seeing that, the devil isn't some guy in a spandex suit. The devil is actually look like them, which I've said before. And we all set out and point out to them. Let's look at some more of these curses. Okay. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou beest destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Next, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave upon thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay, and you can see here, let's bring this up again. Okay, pestilence is pestilence. Okay, drugs, opioid, that's pestilence. Okay, once you get onto that, you're not going to be capable of going to work. Okay, you've got he says it's talk about famine. Okay, this is what's going on right here, right now. These curses are coming on to everybody else. Okay, you've got here. Look at these pictures of these drug out people. These are the drug out Edomites. Okay, all races, right in this. Okay, it's coming on them right now because they get into depression when they can't get jobs. Okay, which is now the job market is crashing. They're not used to it. Look here, this is the homelessness. This is what we experience. Okay, and now they're experiencing. See that? Those are Edomites. These are all Edomites right here. Okay, all Edomites. Let's continue on. Okay, the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay, what comes along with all of this stuff, with all of this? Diseases, there's rats, okay, sexually transmitted diseases around here, all of this, all sexually transmitted diseases, okay, plagues from creatures, all those different things right here. It's now coming upon them, and this is going to be doubled. Okay, this is never going to end. This is going to get worse and worse. Okay, much worse than we went through. Okay, and it goes on. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is underneath it should be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust, which we already seen the pictures of those droughts. From heaven it shall come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. Okay. And it says, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them. And you are going to see, because of the fact that they did this to us, so all of this lynching, we were running from them. Okay? All this lynching and what they do right now with all of the shootings and everything. Okay? This is going to come before them. All of these nations that are here right now, waxing rich with Babylon, is going to go through this. Okay, this is the reason why you have these anti-Asian hate law. This is the reason why they're looking at this pro-Palestinian thing and calling it, hate crime against the Jewish people. Okay, this is why they have those things going on like that. Let's take a look at some other curses that's coming on us. Okay, and that carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray from them. Okay, and it's going to talk about the fact that once this economy has fallen down, all these Edomites are going to start turning on each other. Okay, you're not going to be some rich Moab driving your little Lexus and your Honda and think that these Edomites are not going to look at you and grab you out of your car and just take your food from you and beat you and kill you dead. That's what's going to happen. Jake is going to do it too. Wicked Jake is going to do it too. Okay, all of this is going to go down because the good times are coming to an end. Okay. 27, the Lord shall smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emeralds, and with the scab, and with the itch where thou cannot be healed. Yeah, because these hospitals are going to be overwhelming closed. I put videos up before that shows that shows and prove that last year was a simulation of things to come. That's why they had you stand in long lines. They said that we're not going to serve anybody unless you have the coronavirus. Okay, this is something that you would do in something called a tabletop exercise. And those of you who work in business in something in an industry called business continuity, which is what I did, then you would understand how tabletop exercise work. Okay, you do a role play, a simulation, but you make it as real as possible of a disaster that you know would probably happen. Okay, these elites know that this judgment is coming here on Great Babylon, and they've been preparing this place. Hey, look, you're gonna stand on the line for like maybe 2 or 3 days just to get a loaf of bread. There's not gonna be any meat. Okay, the hospital is gonna be overwhelmed with sick people and dead people, so you're not gonna get that cosmetic surgery or that butt lift that you wanted. Okay, it's gonna be other things. All right, they're causing the cops to quit. So who's gonna be protecting you, and who's gonna be protecting the women when 10 guys try to rape them? I just showed a video the other day with a little girl who had to fight off this grown ass man. You know, she was waiting for the school bus. Okay, that's the wicked walking around here. Okay, and let's go into it. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind groping in darkness. Thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. No man shall save thee. Yeah, you're right. Okay, because they are going to be oppressed by these people right here. Okay, they're going to be oppressed by the Nancy Pelosi's, you know, who now everybody's seen for who she really is. This is what you call a byword right here. She's a hypocrite. Okay, they're getting oppressed by the Kamala Harris who hiding her money. And see, nothing is going hidden from Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. He's making it out to light to show who these people are. So yeah, you wanted a woman president? There she is. There's your wicked crook right there. All right. There's your president right there. You want to put these women, you put these wicked old hags in power. There it is right there. There's you get that little red demon right there. Hypocrite. All right. Let's go into some more here. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. And thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell in it. You're not going to dwell in it because people are going to be spoiling your house. And if they find your wife, they can take her. All right? And your little girl, and your little boy. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. All right? Okay. All right. So those are some of the curses that came that I read out. And there's a lot more curses, but you got the point. You can go into the book of Deuteronomy 28 and you can read that entire chapter, and it gives you the explanation of exactly why we have all of these things upon us, why we were hung from trees, why we can't get jobs no matter what, why we look down as the worst, especially if you're a so-called black man in this country. You're looked down as nothing. Absolutely nothing in this country. It doesn't matter unless you choose to be, unless you're like a fairy, you know, homosexual, you know, or you really want to sell your soul out to these people, which they're gonna ram a rod up your ass or something like that. There is no way in hell you're going to prosper over here being an actual stand-up, real righteous man in this nation. They don't want it. They don't want you like that. They don't want the man that fears Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Okay, but this judgment is on them, like I said earlier. Okay, double. These are all white states, so-called white states, Edomite states, okay? They're about to understand what it's like to wake up every day and worry about what is going to happen tomorrow, okay? And there's not going to be a tomorrow for them as they would like to have, okay? They're going to go on drugs, just as the way we did when we went on drugs. They're going to get addicted to these drugs, these really powerful drugs like fentanyl. And who do you think is bringing them across the border? The CBP, all right? Who can afford to buy these things? You're damn right. Only Edomites can afford to buy these type of things, okay? And Moab is using it too. Don't be fooled, all right? And the rest of these Middle Eastern people, these so-called Middle Eastern over here, all these nations, they're all using this stuff, okay? And many of them are actually facing unemployment. They make up a small percentage in these states, okay? Biden could sign all the hate crimes he wants. The fact is that when it all goes down, everybody's going to be hating on each other. So it doesn't matter, okay? Getting punched in your face is the least your worry. The worry for these Moabites. They haven't seen what tribulation and injustice and humiliation looks like, but they're gonna find out. You're here in Babylon for judgment, okay? G's Jewish people, you got hell to pay. All right? And I don't shed no tears for these Edomites here because your mommy got beat down, got, you know, gently roughed by the cops. Okay? Yep, hypocrite. Yep, thief. And yep, be prepared for life like this. Okay? And with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I'd like to thank the elders from Great Millstone for putting the truth out there every single day, for teaching the sheeps, and also teaching the up-and-coming elders and prophets and teachers. And to you brothers and sisters out there, I'd like to say Shalom.